Good evening, everybody. We're on scene here of a motorcycle accident at the intersection of Highway 95 and Baseline Road. The motorcycle was traveling southbound at, we don't know how fast it was going, but it did hit the sign right here and ended up way down over here. There's two occupants, one male, one female on this motorcycle. You can see the motorcycle right there. I can hear a male subject screaming over there, which is actually a good sign when they're actually, alert and screaming. It's a lot better than being silent and not screaming. But he is, however, very injured, along with a female that's, they said, unresponsive. So we're praying for the best. So they're calling to shut down the highway for a helicopter to land here. So there will be a helicopter landing here shortly. And here comes the helicopter now.
North and south shut down now.
So if you're traveling north or southbound on Highway 95 between Raymar and I don't know what the other street is, they're going to close it down though. So you're going to have to find an alternate route. See if we can get a better look at the motorcycle here. Yeah, it's so dark I can't tell the color, guys. What a job by this pilot. Again, if you're just joining us here, guys, this is a motorcycle down at the intersection of Baseline Road and Highway 95. 2 occupants were riding this motorcycle, 1 female, 1 male. The male is the one that you see right now in the stretcher over here behind Medic 721, I believe that is. There is a female, I believe, in this other ambulance over here. So it looks like they're bringing another helicopter in. Another helicopter will be landing here. I believe so. Not confirmed. Want to thank those of you who have contributed stars. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is a self-funded news channel here. Yep, here comes another helicopter right now. So there's going to be 2 helicopters landing here on Highway 95. That'll be a second care flight helicopter.
Alta Vista, and it's fine. Can you put them in that cat note?
Cat 4.
MP56, I'm being advised, possibly last name Bruce.
All right, guys, here comes helicopter number 2 in for a landing here on Highway 95. It looks like this one's going to land a little bit south of the other helicopter that just landed, so it'll be more towards Harbor Freight. Once again, guys, if you're just joining us here, this is a motorcycle down at the intersection of Highway 95 and Baseline Road. 2 patients were on this motorcycle, 1 male, 1 female. 2 Care Flight helicopters have landed here to take both of the patients to the hospital. One of them you can see was actually the male right there being transported over to the helicopter. And they'll be coming to take the second patient, which is a female, and I believe she's inside the ambulance right here. And they'll be taking her next to the hospital. So Care Flight has 2 helicopters on scene here. And we're just praying here that both of them are going to be okay. So that's your update as far as we know right now.
Command, go ahead.
We're going to need to find another helicopter to land at 1C. We're going to transport the male up that way. Care Flight 1 has some mechanical issues, so they're not going to be able to fly. Care Flight 6 will be able to fly and take the other patient.
Oh, man.
Helicopter to the warm C, Care Flight 1 having mechanical issues. Other helicopter is going to transport the male.
So I'm not sure if you guys heard the update there. Care Flight 1 helicopter is having some mechanical issues and will not be able to fly. They're going to be bringing in another helicopter to take patient number 2, which would be that male subject that you just saw loaded into the ambulance there. That's Medic 711 right there. So 1 more helicopter coming, guys. The one thing I do not see, guys, is a helmet or even 2 helmets, which is not good. Thanks, guys, for the stars. Once again, I want to thank you all that are contributing stars. This is a self-funded news channel here, and I appreciate that. I know a lot of people were asking what type of bike it is. You guys, I cannot tell. It's too dark over there. I do not know what type of motorcycle or even the color of that motorcycle right there.
Classic is getting an ETA of 25 from Valley View.
So Classic Air is going to also be en route here. They're about 25 minutes out coming from Valley View Hospital.
Copy, have Classic launch.
You can see the sign that the motorcycle hit here at the beginning of baseline. There's a sign down. Command is Medic 711 ETA Warm is requesting.
Give me a second, I'll revise.
Copy.
I believe they're trying to get the license plate off the motorcycle here.
Copy, 50, copy, 28. Arizona, Georgia, Lincoln, Adam, 5, Victor, Frank.
Josh 58. $258.
258, go ahead.
George Lincoln Adam 5 Victor Frank, showing a removed plate. It's not associated with the vehicle. It was previously the 1999 Kawasaki 800. The last four on that was a 4127.
Tampa, I can't see that part yet. Would the plate come back to you? This first name?
Didn't have a name associated with it. I can run the VIN.
Yeah, if you could, please. George Lincoln, Adam, 5, Victor Frank, correct?
That's correct.
So right now the plate that's on the motorcycle is not returning to any registered owner. So they're trying to figure out who owns this motorcycle or who is the registered owner.
258.
258, go ahead.
They're running the VIN on the Kawasaki 800. It returns no registration found. It showed a prior registration to a Mario Ernesto Ortiz Jr. Showed an address on Ryan Way.
10-4. Good day back. Were you able to get any cameras contacts at that address you were given?
Which 320 en route over there.
Tom 258, 320.
Yeah, there was a Charles. Bruce.
10-4. What's the date of birth for him?
'82, 9/28/82.
10-4, you just run him and put him in the call, please.
He's in the call.
10-4, thank you. Tom 258, 320.
Yeah, guys, there is a third helicopter on the way right now. It's coming from Valley View Hospital, so should be here shortly.
No contact made at that address. 10-4, thank you.
Union 338. Union 338. 85 to the MDA. 10-4.
If you guys didn't hear about the helicopter situation, helicopter 1, the first one that landed there, is having technical difficulties and will not be able to fly. The second helicopter that landed will be taking one patient to the hospital. Both patients are now loaded up into ambulance. It looks like Medic 711 has left with one of the patients, so they probably are en route to the hospital, and that helicopter will probably land at the hospital, I believe, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, Medic 711 left.
Highway 95, command and dispatch.
Go for 91, command.
Sir, if you have a moment, will you call dispatch, please?
Bye.
Six 711 dispatch.
Go for Medic 711.
Will you take a look at that last note that we put in the call? We're notifying the battalion chief right now.
Seven 6-1.
Medic 761.
761 will be en route to War C to pick up personnel. Medic 711, Battalion 7. Go ahead. Don't take the patient into the ER unless he's coding. Just go ahead and stand by the pad, and then they got about 10-minute ETA. Copy.
So guys, you heard Medic 711 en route with the male subject to Warm C Another helicopter will be meeting them at the pad, so there will not be another helicopter landing here on Highway 95, just these two that you see in the background there.
If you want to go on one to talk to them.
And again, if you're just joining us here, this is a motorcycle accident here at the intersection of Baseline Road and Highway 95. The highway is shut down in both directions due to the fact that there are two helicopters landed just south here of where I'm at. Two helicopters on the Highway 95. So they have it shut down. The street before Raymar, it looks like, you know what, and I'm not exactly sure of that street, but just a little bit north of Raymar is where they're letting traffic come through. And it looks like they're also routing them up the road right there. You can see where the cars are turning in the background there.
Blocking traffic. There's going to be a mechanic showing up here shortly for one of the helicopters. You can let them through when they get here. Just let me know. Copy. 10-4.
So I'm sure you guys heard that. A mechanic is en route to check this helicopter and see if they can fix it so it can fly again.
Sam 256.
Charlie 316 inbound ETA 5 to 10 from the north.
10-4, thank you.
Union 338, 1097. Union 338. Copy, break medic 711.
Go for medic 711.
Information, classic ETA 15.
Medic 711 copies. We're at 1 p.m.
Copy, out, MC.
We do have police forensics on scene. We do know that the male subject was alert. He was screaming, but he was alert. And I said once before that it's a good thing that he was vocal, because you know that they're still alive, and they're still, you know, they're definitely hurt bad, but they're alive when they're screaming like that. So it's unfortunate to hear somebody screaming, but it's also a good sign that you know he's still alive. So we do know that the male subject here is still alive. We do not know anything about the female that was involved. We do know that she's still in the ambulance over here, and we're on scene to try to gather more information if we can, and if not, we will be updating this post on a complete update on this accident here on Highway 95 and Baseline Road. That might be the mechanic right there they're letting through. I believe that would be the mechanic. Yep, that's the mechanic. So they're going to let him go through the accident scene here to try to fix his helicopter. This is the sign that the motorcycle took out right here. It's right at the beginning of Baseline Road here, where this curb starts. You can see where they took down the sign. The motorcycle hit the sign. And you can see how far they traveled after hitting this sign here. Pretty far distance there. You can see forensics taking notes of the accident here behind me. You can see them in the middle of the road back there.
All 36, copy traffic.
Charlie 31697.
Guys, I'm gonna walk back. I need to get my camera here to take a few photos, so I will keep the video going, but I do need to grab my camera for some photos. All right, so it looks like they are transporting the female patient over to the helicopter number 2 that landed. So they'll be loading up patient number 2, which is the female, into that helicopter to fly her to Las Vegas.
Can we go ahead and move this traffic to channel 3 for the accident?
Sam 256, I copy. All units, channel 3 is going to be closed for this accident. Channel 3 will be closed. Take your traffic to channel 3 for this incident.
I can see a few people asking to update. Yeah, I'll give you guys an update. What I know so far is this is a motorcycle accident here at the intersection of Baseline Road and Highway 95. 2 people were on this motorcycle, 1 male, 1 female. Both are serious injured. One has already been taken to the hospital and being life flighted to Las Vegas. The other patient was a female. She is now getting loaded up into helicopter number 1, which has landed on Highway 95. She'll be transported to Las Vegas as well. I can't even give you guys the color. It's so dark out here of the motorcycle. I'm trying to get some photos so maybe I can see later color on it. But right now, I don't. I can see another helicopter in the distance. You guys probably didn't see that, but the other helicopter is landing at Warm Sea right now. I will definitely update you as soon as I get information from a PIO of the police department, which PIO is a public information officer. When I do receive information from a PIO, I will update you guys from what they let me know. But I'm not going to assume anything and tell you guys something that I don't know. So, yeah.
to Warm Sea.
320, copy.
Guys, I'm going to set the phone down just for a moment. You'll see a black screen and I'll be right back.
316, 320 on 3. Hey, the ED says the helo just landed. So if it's a no-go, come back here. We'll just work on the warrant. I just got flagged down by the subject advising that there is a subject laying on the ground, feet sticking out of the roadway down by Safeway near the trailer park, the dirt road behind it. Nothing further.
Copy. Respond with engine 721. Report to the subject down Georgia Lane in the Highway 95.
Copy.
Station 2, I copy.
I do want to thank you guys once again for contributing stars. That's how I get paid, actually. This is a self-funded newscast here, and I appreciate all the donations, the stars. Appreciate it, guys.
Dispatch Rex 721 out.
For the 31, I copy your route. PD was flagged down by a citizen. They advised of a subject laying on the ground on the road near the trailer park by Safeway. Nothing further.
Dispatch, unit 72 en route to Board 62 South Service.
I copy.
So I know a lot of people are probably wondering what's taking the helicopter so long. They will not transport a patient unless they're stable. Once the patient has been stabilized, then they will go ahead and transport that patient to the hospital. So I believe that's what they've been working on this whole time, is stabilizing the female, because the female is the one that's still on scene here, getting loaded up into care flight number 2. And you just heard Air Methods is en route to Sunrise Hospital in Las Vegas.
I copy. Transporting patient to Sunrise.
So the male subject is in a helicopter and en route to Sunrise Hospital in Las Vegas. The female has been loaded up into care flight number 2. You can see in the background there, care flight number 2 is starting up their engines, and they will be en route as well to Las Vegas Trauma Unit, Sunrise. Medic 721 is heading back, I believe, probably to get cleaned up and get back into station. I'm not exactly sure, but it looks like they're done as far as with the patients. Now it's up to Care Flight 1 to get that patient off to Las Vegas. What was the name on the person that needed to be blocked? I did not see. Sorry, guys. Give me the name. It looks like they fixed care flight number 1 as well. So care flight number 1 has been fixed, and they will be taking off. You got to give me a last name. Ferguson, thank you. Thank you, guys. He's been blocked. You'll no longer see any comments from Brian. All right, guys, both patients have been transported by helicopter to Sunrise Hospital in Las Vegas Trauma Unit. And again, I'll give you guys an update on the situation here, as care flight number 1 is fixed now. And they'll be returning to the hospital, I believe.
One of you guys shut down the highway for northbound traffic and Palma Way.
2001 Toyota Sequoia, 12 up to B22 to Joseph Savoia, Manitoba.
4 code 4, if you can run it by customer number when you get a chance.
All right, guys, I'll give you one last update here on what we know so far at this accident scene. This is a single motorcycle accident that's happened at the intersection of Baseline Road and Highway 95. 2 patients were on this motorcycle, 1 male, 1 female, both of them with serious injuries. They both have been transported by helicopter to Sunrise Hospital Trauma Unit in Las Vegas. Looks like the highway's still going to remain shut down here for a while. You'll have to find an alternate route. Other than that, that's going to be all the information I have for you guys at this time. I'm Jeff Arganda reporting for Bullhead and Laughlin News Live in Bullhead City. And also, I want to thank the people that have contributed stars. I'll go back and check everybody that did, and I will thank you. Thanks, guys. Have a good, safe night, and we'll see you next time.
Flight 6 route to Vegas, Flight 1 has cleared the highway. Command is going to be terminated. Go ahead and show me clear. She's been turned over to PD.
Command is terminated.